All right, in today's People Are Talking segment, we are asking, does a reduction in homework for California students mean a more positive experience? Well, that is exactly what the Assembly Committee on Education discussed yesterday. They passed an amended homework policy bill. So just to be clear, the bill is not a ban on homework. Sorry, kids. Rather, it would require school districts who have until 2027 to 2028 school year to set up some really clear homework guidelines. These policies would have to be reevaluated every 5 years. So Assemblymember Pilar Schiavo authored the bill in hopes that it could help schools calculate what would be considered meaningful homework. But the main concern is that of students' mental health and the levels of stress. And part of it is also to consider students' physical health, how long the assignments take, and how effective they really are. Okay, so we're wanting to talk about this, and always we want to hear from you on social media as the conversation goes on. Use that hashtag KPIX. What do you think? We're all parents here on set.
We're all parents, and we were all students at one point, and I think
Right.
our viewers can relate to that as well. Currently, I have a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 5.5-year-old, and I was just texting with my 14-year-old about this, because sometimes when I pick them up from school, he's like, oh, I already got my homework done at school.
Right.
And I'm like, how did you get it done?
Yeah.
It's because they have on the block schedule 2 days a week this advisory period where he can just sit, get it done, and so when he gets home, he can focus on the 3 to 4 hours of sports and the other things that they have to worry about. To have 2 hours of homework, for me in our household, with my children, and I know it's so subjective, it's too much. It's overwhelming. And you look at the mental health, and that's really what this is about. You don't want to have a 14-year-old stressed to the max because
Right.
we're not thriving in that situation.
No.
So personally, if you can get it done at school in that controlled environment with a teacher there, maybe even to help and assist you.
To answer those questions, that sometimes homework can be a little challenging for parents, especially when math comes home and it's a little different than how we learned it as we were younger. I think also it kind of, when there is so much homework, you really don't understand what's happening at the home. What if a kid forgets their, book at dad's house and they're at mom's house, and there's that added stress of what their life is and, outside of school. And I think that needs to be taken into consideration. Who knows if a lot of these kids go home and watch their little brothers and sisters because their parents have to work because that's how they keep a roof over their head and food on the table. I think there needs to be an established way to sort of make this fair for everyone and equitable in the sense of what the expectations are, because it just doesn't seem right. If you've got a parent and that support at home, great. You're going to be better off and have more opportunity, but that's not always the case in every family.
Well, and then you think about this, on the other end of the spectrum are teachers who say, we have mandates that we have to meet. And so a lot of teachers are saying, I don't have enough time in the classroom to get all of this done. And so it's pushed into the evening hours with these kids. It's a conversation.
But that's
for sure.
why you have that advisory or that resource class. So it's kind of like an overflow for students that need to get it done at school. Well, we wanted to ask you, will less homework stress make California students happier? And you answered. 56.8 said yes. Please vote KPIX TV. That's our handle there.
What's interesting about this is, so my fourth grader has a teacher who does not believe in homework. She honestly believes like the time you spend at home is the time with your family, and why put that added stress? My first reaction, because we're so used to teachers having homework, was, are they learning anything?
I remember you coming
into
a little concerned.
the
makeup room when that teacher was assigned.
Thriving.
Yeah.
I mean, thriving. Like the reading levels have exploded. The excitement to come home and read things of their interest and what they're passionate about and kind of work on the things that they love. I really am surprised, and I was taken back at how many teachers do kind of respond positively to the idea of having less homework.
Well, and if you look at the time we have with our kids, it's already so limited because they are active, they are busy. It's eating into time that you can sit down and have those one-on-one conversations about the things that are really super important, like how are you doing? How do you feel about your life? Mental health issues. And if all of that time is eroded, I come home and my kids literally from 3 p.m., sometimes until 7 p.m. are in their rooms, dark rooms, doing homework. And my gut says that is not the best way for them.
And going back to what Gianna said about the teacher and what their choice is in giving homework or not, I have a big issue with that. it really needs to be consistent across the board.
Yeah.
You can't have 2 third-grade teachers, one gives homework and the other one doesn't, because then what happens? The kids all want the teacher
Right.
that doesn't give any
Right.
homework. So it needs to be consistent across the board there. It also needs to be consistent in our entire state.
Yeah.
Because you see, in your school district, what you're doing is a lot different in ours. And so where are the regulations there? It seems a little bit loose right now.
That's why the Assembly's
Needs
taking
more
it
of a
up.
balance. All right, we're seeing you talk about this on social media as well. JP talks about the weight he's feeling. I'm starting to feel the homework stress. I have 2 assignments for one class, 3 for another. One has 6, and the other is partially done. On top of work outside of school, that sounds like a very, very full load. Now, others on the same page, Ryan here says, doing math homework makes me feel like I'm going to have the stress lines of a 50-year-old boy by the time I
boy.
graduate.
These are kids.
Oh my
These are kids.
gosh.
These are our youth.
Stress lines.
Rosemary Murphy is looking at it from an outside point of view. The school day is long enough for children, and homework can be a source of stress at home. She adds she has not seen enough evidence that shows homework is actually beneficial for children. Now, I'm all about putting in the hard work, and
Sure.
our teachers, we applaud you, and we thank you for all that you do, because we know you go above and beyond.
Good job, Jana.
Well,
But-
and they are given standards. That's what they would say.
So how do we balance that out?
Okay, so wait, is my soapbox around? Can I have a moment?
Yeah.
One thing that really bothers me, because the other stuff, that bothered me too, but PE. Because I have kids that are athletes, and I know that they have independent PE for, your figure skaters and those that are in those individual sports. But if you have a kid that's going to soccer practice and then right after baseball practice, when do you expect them to get their homework done? Oh, and you're making them run the mile at school?
Right.
My kids don't need any more physical education. Like, they're good. Give them that period back so they can focus on their studies. Why aren't we allowing that?
Yeah, and what's fascinating is when you look at school board meetings, we can talk about it here, but school board meetings, and you'll hear from teachers and the Board of Education all across the country, they say, where are you on the nights that we have our school board meetings? Where is this voice? So in the midst of all of this issue, I think it motivates me as a parent, not only to talk about it on television, but go where the decisions are being made.
Yeah, where it makes a real difference, for
Right.
sure.